Hello, today we're talking about signs that you can use to recognize that you have bad meta ads, and also about how it can be implemented better. First of all, instead of Facebook and Instagram, I will say Meta in this video. By now, everyone should know what Meta means. Of course, many people now immediately think that bad ads can be recognized by few to no purchases, poor ROAS, bad comments under the ads, high CPCs, or other metrics and the like. I am sure that you have already experienced or are currently experiencing one of the examples mentioned, whether you're an experienced marketer or a complete beginner, and you're just thinking, how the hell can this happen? In today's video, I'll show you that all of these factors are not bad signs, but some of them can even be positive signs for your Facebook ads. The real problem is completely different. I know you're thinking right now that I just said that a bad ROAS would be good, but let me explain it to you. Having no or few purchases or leads in your shop or company is half as bad. It's also not a sign that your meta ads in brackets are performing poorly, but it could even be that you have done a lot of things right and just need to optimize a few factors. An example would be doing real influencer marketing. What I mean exactly is very simple. Let me explain it to you. I am sure that many marketers consider the following steps when choosing the right influencers for themselves. First, find good influencers using numerous different influencer tools or using the Instagram search function. Secondly, you check whether the influencer has a real community, for example, by checking the likes, followers, comments, and the like, or whether they have been purchased followers. In an extreme example, it would be very strange if a super influencer like Ronaldo, with more than 500 million subscribers on Instagram, only had 100 comments, 90 of which would be bots, which of course isn't the case with him. Thirdly, the next step would be to contact the influencer you have chosen. The contacting doesn't have to be complicated. Most of the time, a simple message via DM or email is enough, depending on what is in the influencer's bio, which is preferred. You can then see whether you receive an answer and, depending on the answer, discuss prices, products, processes, and the like. For a good internal structure, you can of course also keep a simple Excel list. So far, the steps mentioned are fine. If you have found the right influencer in the right industry, everything will be fine. For example, Kylie Jenner, who is active in the beauty scene, would make no sense for a biker shop. Quite the opposite. Often, several smaller influencers, also known as micro-influencers, work better than individual larger influencers. This is simply because micro-influencers often have a better connection to their community or to their followers because they are only known in their industry and are not generally known now. The only mistake that is often made here is that the influencer was booked incorrectly, which is extremely underestimated and only very few marketers make, that you don't buy into the influencer's story, but that you only buy a video that you can use in your meta ads. With this process, there are simply the following advantages. First, the meta ads get a better push-through interaction. The meta algorithm loves interaction. As an example from my everyday life, I also receive numerous ads in my Instagram feed. I personally only notice very few ads. What catches my eye are ads where I see familiar faces. These can be larger influencers like Kevin Hart to smaller influencers that I follow or just know. In short, a very effective scroll stopper. Of course, the example with Kevin Hart only serves to explain the effectiveness of the scroll stopper. In real campaigns, instead of single big influencers, I would use several micro-influencers who are only known in their industry and are not general stars. This way, you can reach your target group much more effectively without addressing the wrong people. Maybe you know this from yourself. You also follow numerous people, and as an example, you now follow a Ronaldo and a Kylie Jenner or other people and have no connection to these people, like now, for example, to people who are now deep in the niche. Secondly, the costs are not much higher, or even the same for a larger impact, since videographers, actors, and the like are eliminated. In addition, booking simple videos and no story placements is even cheaper. It is also important to note that you should not save in the wrong place, otherwise it will be expensive later with poor ad performance. Companies often spend thousands of dollars a day on advertising with half-hearted creatives, even though creatives are one of the biggest levers. Third, you have more than 24 hours. With a simple story booking, most people will only see the story once. If you buy another reminder story, then a maximum of 2 or 3 times. The problem is that impulse purchases rarely happen because most people watch Instagram stories on the go, whether at work, while playing sports, or in the waiting room of a doctor's office, and just don't buy spontaneously. The advantage of this strategy in this video is that you can control how often and when people can see the ads. You have more options with the ads, and in general, you also have the opportunity to use additional creatives to convey additional USPs, i.e. unique selling points, through re-engagement or retargeting campaigns. Depending on the study, it is also said that you need at least 7 contact points before a purchase is made. And fourthly, You will gain trust more quickly and become a brand more quickly. Selling is trust, and that takes some time. Instead of numerous advertisements with different USPs and review ads, you can build trust more quickly with just a few contact points through micro-influencers in the ads from a specific industry. Combine influencers and ads accordingly. Of course, you can also book a video and a story and then run re-engagement and retargeting advertising campaigns on Facebook and Instagram to generate interactions and purchases even faster. But this is not absolutely necessary now if the costs are too high. Just if you have the opportunity, because many people think that meta optimization only happens at the ad group level. But that's wrong. As you can imagine, it doesn't just take place at the ad group level, but also at the ad or creative level. Of course, there are many more levels, but these are the two most important levels. Because every person who sees the ad and interacts with it, or simply doesn't interact with it, supports the meta algorithm in targeting. Now to go back to the beginning. This is why few to no sales can be a positive sign in your Facebook ads. This just means that you get feedback that you need to optimize your meta apps and think outside the box instead of the usual business as usual. If you now combine the different strengths of the different platforms, such as meta ads, influencer marketing, etc., you can do successful marketing. Many marketers look at channels in isolation and simply don't combine them. The same goes for bad comments. Almost all platforms receive negative comments, most of them unfounded. My recommendation is not to address it if the comments are unfounded, as the ad will likely have been seen by someone outside of your target audience, which is completely normal, because Meta's algorithm always has to reach new people in order to simply find the right people. The advantage of the strategy mentioned in this video is that the combination of influencer marketing and ads results in very many positive comments. These people will defend you in the comments if someone writes something negative without justification. This is simply because these people are very familiar with their favorite influencers. Short break for everyone who may not yet know our marketing tool, Adverfly. This means you don't have correct numbers in marketing, as many people already know that companies like TikTok, Google, Facebook estimate the numbers in the ad manager, which often results in the numbers being incorrect. You also have many other functions for your marketing, such as the fact that you can connect all the channels with each other, because I mentioned in the video that you can also combine Facebook ads and influencers. You can do this, for example, with Adverfly and display it graphically for more insights. This way you can see all the connections between the platforms and use your advertising budget even more effectively and better to get even more insights into your advertising campaigns in order to increase your performance. You can test it free for your company. To do this, simply go to adverfly.com and start the free test phase as shown here. In summary, with this video, I would like to tell you that you should simply learn from your mistakes and think outside the box. This means you are always one step or even several steps ahead of your competitors. This is extremely important because many shops and companies often only try to be slightly profitable, or they're even happy if they're just break even. This approach won't work or work well for long, because as you compete with more advertisers with more budget, your ROAS gets worse and worse. That's why you have to broaden your horizons as a marketer so that you get a much better ROAS, for example, by taking advantage of the strengths of different platforms such as influencer marketing and ads combination. So that's it for this video. If you'd like to see more of it, please like the video and subscribe to this channel, and you'll get to the next video up here.